one thing I like with a prototype, and when you're doing early innovation.
So number 39, we're told that this parabola is rotated clockwise 90 degrees. So it would look something like this. And the question is, what is the graph of this parabola? So there are two ways we can do this. One is, say, with just examples. For example, here we know that for a given value of x, we need to have two different values of y. And here, so number 39, we're told that this parabola is rotated clockwise 90 degrees. So it would look something like this. And the question is, what is the graph of this parabola? So there are two ways we can do this. One is, say, with just examples. For example, here we know that for a given value of x, we need to have two different values of y. And here, if we're starting with that parabola, a is positive. And if you look at the answer choices, this would be just sort of eliminating the answer choices. So here, y squared is minus x over a. Now here, x is positive, a is positive, but this would then be negative, and we're not going to get real values for y. So a is out. B is x equal to ay squared. That would give me two values of y. Both x and a are positive. So that's a possible answer. C just gives me one value for y. And you notice here, for each value of x, we have to have two values of y. So that doesn't work. D, again, it's going to give me one value. So that one is out. And E is also out. Same thing for a given value of x, it's going to give me one value. So you can get to the answer this way. That's one approach. The other one has to do with the transformation, meaning when we have a point xy on the graph, when we rotate it clockwise by 90 degrees, it becomes y minus x. So that's kind of the idea. This might be a little tricky to follow, but basically what I'm going to say is that that resulting point here is, let's say, x prime y prime, because I need the equation of the graph in these coordinates. And what we have is that x prime is equal to y. This is equal to y, and y prime, which is the y coordinate, is minus x. And I need to relate x prime and y prime. And I know that y equal to ax squared. So if I replace that here, and that becomes this, then y prime is minus x. So I need to connect these two. So I can replace x, which is minus y prime, from this equation up here. So that becomes x prime is a times minus y prime square, which becomes x prime is a y prime square. I hope this prime doesn't confuse, but basically it's just a different set of x and y's. And we get the equation of the parabola that's been rotated. So I'm actually not 100% sure if this is how the test writers wanted people to do. This is what I know as of now. I might update this video later, but this is kind of what comes to my mind. This was sort of the approach if I get stuck in the exam and I have to sort of use some logic to eliminate the answer choices. In this case, we are able to get to the answer, which is B.